Greetings, this is Mr. Rodriguez. We're going to continue with the essay grading tutorial, informative essay. So the last tutorial, I pointed out the hook, the connecting background information that links to the thesis statement, and then the highlighted supporting arguments. Students highlight this information so that they know what the information is. They're able to distinguish the elements within this introduction. We will continue to distinguish the elements of a body paragraph. I want to look at pathos. That's going to be our first conversation. How Unit 3 reads influence the readers because of its pathos. Again, this is a 9th grade sample. And let's check this out. There's been many different speeches around the world, and there were some who influenced people not only in their mindset, but in their hearts. One of the many speeches that is memorable in our hearts is I Have a Dream by Dr. Martin Luther King. This speech was very effective to the audience and influenced them to fight for their freedom. Dr. King used emotional appeals. It demonstrated pathos. For example, when Dr. King kept saying the phrase 100 years later, the crowd felt a connection with this phrase because it showed their emotion of how they felt when they got criticized or treated badly for so long. Not only that, but it showed their emotion on how they were tired of how they got treated, and they want to have equal rights like everyone else. Another example of pathos is when he announces, I have a dream, because all the crowd arises with gladness that someone is finally standing up for them in a peaceful way. Not only that, but they felt a connection with this statement because their emotions were similar. There's a lot of success with this body paragraph for many reasons. I'll point them out and highlight them objectively. Now, of course, again, for new teachers, I know you see a lot of errors. If you start grading this holistically, you're going to lose your weekends, you're going to lose your health, you're going to lose all of your free time, and you're going to probably want to quit teaching in about 2.5 years. I would say keep your grading focused. Here's how you can focus in one way. We see our first citing of evidence, the 100 years later. That's an example straight from the speech. We'll highlight that in that fuchsia. Now we cite the evidence. So first we want details, and now we want an analysis of that detail. Why does that detail matter? And we follow with the detail. We follow it with an explanation of why that matters, and I'll highlight that in this blue, I suppose. There we go. So 100 years later, there's the cited evidence. It says, for example, 100 years later, the phrase that's repeated, the crowd felt a connection with the phrase because it showed their emotions. Not only that, but it showed their emotion on how they were tired of how they got treated and how they want to have equal rights like everyone else. So we cite the evidence, there's the detail, and then we explain why this detail matters. There's the analysis, detail analysis. There's another detail. Have your students highlight that. Highlight that, pick a chosen color, create your own legend. Doesn't matter what color, as long as the kids know they have a legend. And then I have a dream. When he announces, because the crowd arises, now here's more explanation. There's more analysis of that detail. So as a teacher, I see detail, cited evidence, and then analysis, why that matters. Detail analysis, detail analysis. I give it an A. That's how you can focus on grading with your kids. You can do it in class. You don't have to take the work home, but if you do, keep it easy, keep it simple, because an essay can and certainly will be overwhelming if you grade it holistically. Thank you so much. I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you, and we will adjourn.